A few short years ago, if you wanted to take your dog on a cross-channel ferry, you had to leave it alone in the car or put it in a kennel on board. Some ferry companies still operate like this, but nowadays you'll find pet-friendly cabins on longer routes and a pet lounge with P&O Ferries to and from Dover. In this video we look at booking your trip, the paperwork you need to take your dog from the UK to the EU, and the journey in a pet-friendly cabin from Harwich to the Hook of Holland. There are timecodes in the description below if you wish to skip straight to one particular section, and in the next video, which will be linked below, we'll go through the procedure for re-entering the UK and travelling with P&O Ferries in the pet lounge. To start with, we need to book our ferry crossing. We always book through the Caravan and Motorhome Club, as their single and standard return fares are always cheaper than booking direct. On this example of an identical return daytime crossing between Harwich and the Hook of Holland with a regular outside cabin, the price with Stena Line is £358, and with the Caravan and Motorhome Club it's just £211. Please note that when booking with the club you need to add the pet cabin by phone, as this cannot be done online. So what paperwork do you need before taking your dog to the EU? Well, your dog must be microchipped and hold a valid rabies vaccination, which must be given at least 3 weeks before you collect your animal health certificate. That is the UK document that replaces the EU pet passport. Not all vets can issue animal health certificates, and the document can only be collected up to 10 days before arrival into the EU. Your own vet might be the best option, but we found AHC Online, aka Abbywell Vets in Folkestone, who could organise both the animal health certificates we needed for the terrific price of £129 for the 2 dogs. This is a great option if you are taking a ferry from Dover, or if you're going via Eurotunnel, or, as we do, if you live locally. We had to ask our vet to email over the dog's medical history, including their rabies jabs, and Abbywell prepared the documents. You have to collect your animal health certificates in person with the dogs, as they need to be scanned. Parking near Abbywell is only good for cars and small vans, unless you are prepared to gamble on available street parking. If you're with a caravan, I'd advise spending the night before your ferry at Black Horse Farm Caravan and Motorhome Club site and heading into Folkestone solo with the dogs to get the papers. If you're in a larger motorhome, either stay at Black Horse Farm and get the bus, or have the driver drop the passenger and dogs off at the vet and then drive around the block until they're ready. For us, the collection process was straightforward and took about 5 minutes. The next day we set off for Harwich and our crossing to the Hook of Holland with Stena Line. As a sidebar, for those of you who tow with an EV, the GridServe electric forecourt at Braintree is on the way to Harwich and offers coupled up high-speed charging. Upon arrival at Harwich Port, you first reach the check-in booth where you need to present your booking reference, your passport and the dog's paperwork. The check-in agent then passed me the scanner and I needed to scan each dog in turn. I was then handed a slightly overwhelming fistful of papers, including my cabin key and rules about dogs on board. Next stop was security, where the caravan was checked and I confirmed the gas was isolated, and then we parked up in the lanes. I took the opportunity to exercise the dogs, but there didn't appear to be a doggy loo anywhere, as there is at some other ports. Boarding is well organised, and it's worth reiterating that you must isolate the gas in your caravan or motorhome for the voyage, so you don't want to travel with a fridge full of food that is going to spoil on the 8-hour crossing. There are lifts up from the car deck, but we opted for the healthy option of climbing the stairs to guest services. Here we were helped by an extremely helpful and lovely crew member who showed us the way to our cabin. So, let me give you a tour of a pet cabin on the Stena Hollandica. So as you can see outside, I'm being very quiet because it's getting late. We've got hard floor, not carpet. We go into our cabin. Hello Ted, hello Dougal. So obviously, as you can see, we've got hard floor, not carpet. So this is an inside cabin. We don't have a window, which is fine because it's an overnight crossing. And as you can see, we've got, this is a 2-berth cabin. Obviously I'm only going to use the one bed down here, but then you look over here, you've got this you've got a vinyl banquette, so you can have somewhere for the dogs. Come on, Dukes, Ted, demonstrate, come on, hop, come on, hop, good boy. There, as wonderfully modelled there by Ted. Oh yes, make yourself comfortable, mate. You have a continental style socket by the bed. It's just like a caravan tour, this, isn't it? Got a little TV, climate control, and then here you've got a little desk, no chair, but somewhere to put the dog's water. You have a UK socket, which is really useful, 2 more EU sockets, a mirror for the all important hello, sorry, and then little somewhere just to hang some clothes, and your ensuite with your loo, wash basin and shower. Soap is provided, a towel is provided, so you don't need to bring your towel. Another mirror for another hello, sorry. Yeah, so everything's provided. We had a really lovely reception at guest services by the Dutch crew. The stewardess there was so helpful. She came and showed us where to go. We can go outside to an area of deck 7, so let's now go and see what the outside space is like. Hey Dougal, you want to go and go outside? No, he's interested. Right. Come on Ted, let's go outside. Right, so and this is the outside area. It's not much to speak of. You've got a poop bin, a seat, a hose for obvious reasons, and that's pretty much it. That is pretty much it. You've got some safety netting to stop small dogs escaping, and a little bit of artificial turf here for dogs who need a bit of artificial turf. Right, Dougal, Ted, you got business to do. Come on, get on with it. Get on with it. Maybe not on camera. Should we shut the camera off? Okay. I didn't want to leave the dogs alone in the cabin while I went to the cafe, so taking the kettle and mug from the caravan, along with some water and tea bags, was a good move.
Good morning, it is now 6:30 local time. Our Chase restaurant at the forward end of deck 9 is now open for breakfast. Coffee, tea, cold drinks and snacks are now available at the Barista Coffee House or the Social Cafe and Bar on deck 9. Last orders for breakfast will be at 7:30. Disembarkation will start around 8 o'clock local time.
Good morning. Good morning, Dougal. Good morning, Ted. Good morning, Ted. Good morning. Like it or not, you're woken at 6:30 Dutch time, which is 5:30 UK time. All credit to Stena Line, pet owners are called to return to their vehicles before the main call, giving pets and their owners extra time to navigate the lift or stairs without the stress of lots of other people around. You'll see how important this is in the next video about P&O. Disembarkation and passport control took about an hour. I'd recommend an audio book to help while away the time, like Victoria Wood's Dinner Ladies that I borrowed from the library.
No idea, because everywhere in Scotland is spelt Ecclefechan and pronounced Cucubra.
So there you have it for part 1, leaving the UK and crossing to the Netherlands with your dogs aboard a Stena Line ferry. Do check out our next video, the link will be below when it's posted, about the procedure before returning to the UK and travelling with P&O Ferries in the Pet Lounge. I'd like to say a massive thank you to the Caravan and Motorhome Club for covering the cost of our ferry crossings and of our Red Pennant Insurance, allowing us to go to Caravan Salon Düsseldorf. Remember that booking your ferry crossing through the Caravan and Motorhome Club's travel service can actually save you more than your membership fee. I'll leave a link to the Caravan and Motorhome Club in the description below. So please join us next time for part 2, and in the meantime, from Ted, from Dougal, and from me, thanks for tuning in.